after being intimate with me. It doesn't matter if my husband, Lu Qingyan, dies. Anyway, he dies every now and then. I am already used to it. The ghost messenger said, this is because King Yame invited him over for tea. Later, I was murdered by someone, and my soul drifted to the Yellow Springs, in the deep ruins of the underworld. Luckily, there was someone who looked exactly like him. The sun was already high up in the sky when I finally crawled out of bed. Last night, Lu Qingyan tossed and turned me all night. Lu Qingyan, you insatiable little cutie. Wake up! The sun is shining on your butt. Stop playing dead, we agreed. You would make braised pork for me today. I reached out to check your breathing. Sure enough, he is breathless. He must be dead stiff. So, I didn't cry or make a fuss. Skillfully got out of bed and dragged the Lu Qingyan out of bed again. After spending some time boiling water, I went to the woodshed next door to check and boiled a large barrel of hot water. To soak you in. It's a bit awkward to say this. Smoke curling up, hot steam rising. After a long while, his body finally warmed up. Taking advantage of his body softening, I wrapped him in a quilt like a spring roll and threw him back on the bed. All done. Time to drink medicine. After doing all this, I stopped and lay by the bed waiting. An hour later, Lu Qingyan exhaled a breath of stale air and slowly woke up. Rest a bit. You are alive. How many cups of tea did you drink down there this time? You must be hungry. I will go cook you a bowl of noodles. Forgot to introduce myself. I am the daughter of blacksmith Joe at the entrance of Huangxi village. When I was born, my mother had a difficult labor, bleeding for 3 days and 3 nights, the old fortune teller in the village said. I was born under a lone star, destined to curse my husband to death. The villagers praised my growing beauty, saying I am a stunning beauty, but no one dared to marry me. My dad said this face shouldn't go to waste. So he was planning to find a human trafficker to sell me. A jinx like this, no one dares to marry. I will pay at most 10 copper coins, not a single coin more. 10 it is then. This face cannot go to waste. But he was stopped by Lu Qingyan, who took a silver ingot out of his sleeve. I will buy her. Here. My dad immediately beamed with joy, ignoring this sickly-looking fellow. He left me behind and ran away, and so I became Lu Qingyan's wife. I am cursed to bring death to my husband. I cannot be your wife. I can only be your maid. But your dad has already taken the silver and run off. You can only be my wife. The first time my husband fell ill, I thought my curse had killed him. I held him and cried my eyes out. When I finally ran out of tears, I tearfully grabbed a small shovel to go bury him. But halfway through the burial, Lu Qingyan came back to life. Stop it. What does it matter if I am human or ghost? If you are afraid, we do not have to be intimate anymore. I really cannot do that. You cannot blame me. If anyone is to blame, it is Lu Qingyan. He is simply too seductive. With eyes as deep as the night, and skin as flawless as jade. How could there be such a beautiful man in this world? Husband, what is it? You are so good-looking. King Yuan. You still could not resist. Husband, I like you. Husband, are you a fox spirit? Let me think. You do not quite seem like one. You do not have that fox stench on you. You. Then are you a ghost? At the entrance of Huangxi village, there is an ancient legend. A bizarre tale of a beautiful ghost. That female ghost seduces people into intimacy and devours their souls. Husband, could it be that the female ghost changed her sex, wanting to try a new taste by becoming a male ghost to bewitch me? You are not afraid. Well, Sushan even lived with a snake. Since you are so good-looking, so what if you are a ghost? Husband, I am not afraid. A strange incident happened in our town. The son of the county magistrate suddenly went completely mad. One night, after slaughtering his wife and children, he attempted suicide by hanging, but was saved by the rushing servants. It was all because of a portrait of a charming beauty. The woman in the painting had red lips uttering human words, and her charming eyes bewitched souls. Her face made it impossible to forget. A true peerless beauty. Hearing this made me curious, so I went out to join the crowd. Killing his wife and children. A peerless demonic painting. I wanted to see just how beautiful she really was. I arrived at the gates of the magistrate's manor, but did not see the rumored demonic painting. Instead, I saw Lu Qingyan walking out of the manor. The magistrate whispered something in his ear, showing a look of profound gratitude. Lu Qingyan caught a glimpse of me in the crowd, gathered his sleeves, and walked towards me. Husband, you just came out of the manor. Did you see that rumored beauty painting? What painting? What spirit in the painting? The magistrate simply invited me to treat his son. He just caught a severe chill. His illness is cured and there is no painting. Stop letting your imagination run wild. My eyes fell on his cuffs. There was nothing there. Could it be that I was just overthinking? The night was as dark as ink. I peeked quietly through the layers of bed curtains. It was Lu Chenyan. In the dim room, he was gently stroking a painting, staring intently at the beautiful silhouette within it. The beauty in the painting seemed to be smiling at him. A painting of a beauty. My husband lied to me. I forcefully suppressed my shock and pretended to still be asleep, closing my eyes as he returned to the bed. Suddenly, I abruptly sat up from the bed. My eyes were full of panic as our gazes met. Husband, what are you trying to do? Die? Go to hell. What is wrong with me? I was just tossed about by you and was just about to curse. But Lu Chenyan interrupted me. The bright moonlight outside the window stretched the shadows of the objects in the room long and thin. And as I lowered my head, my gaze fell to his feet. Empty. He had no shadow. I do not remember some things that happened next. Only that when I arrived at the Yellow Springs, my soul was completely muddled. Speak up. I knelt in the desolate hall as my back was fiercely poked. Speak up quickly. The Lord is asking how you died. Are you too embarrassed to say it? So thin-skinned, I will say it for you. The little ghost in white behind me shouted loudly. She has a beautiful ghost husband at home. She could not resist his temptation and was intimate with him every day. Being intimate with a ghost will drain your life. This fool did not even know that. Being intimate with him every day, her vital essence was drained dry. High up in the hall, the Lord of the Yellow Springs casually flipped through the Book of Life and Death. What is your name? That voice scratched at my heart, sending ripples through it. Zhou Qingyuan. Zhou Qingyuan. Do you have anything else to say? I opened my mouth, originally intending to say no, but high in the hall, those eyes as black as ink swept over me. My heartbeat, which shouldn't exist as a ghost, skipped a beat. Just one thing. It's quite a coincidence, actually. My male ghost husband looks exactly like you, my lord. I do not know this crazy woman. I just picked her up on the Yellow Springs Road. Who was it that just said? Her male ghost husband looks exactly like me. Now you pretend not to know her. I was dizzy from his oppressive aura, but I wasn't wrong. This lord looks exactly like Lu Chenyan. Even the mole on his hand is identical. Are there really ghosts this similar in the world? I simply gave up thinking. My lord, can I go reincarnate now? Die early to be reborn early. Please arrange a wealthy woman's destiny for me. Thank you. Number. Why not? The Lord glanced at me, leaving absolutely no room for negotiation, and smilingly pointed at the book. You do not believe it. Your mortal lifespan has not ended. Once worldly souls arrive at the Yellow Springs, they drink Mengpo soup and cross the Noyi Bridge. When entering the Wangchuan River, I sank to the bottom. Sank extremely thoroughly. Having no other choice, I returned to the hall. Why? The water of the Yellow Springs cannot carry your obsession. You know it clearly in your heart. How did you die? I think he got a painting of a beauty, bewitched by the spirit in the painting one night. While I was sleeping, I suddenly felt my breath hitch. I opened my eyes in panic, but could not let out a single sound as pain spread through my bones, devouring my life force. Cold hands were placed on my neck, tightening bit by bit. I heard that if someone dies with grievances, the resentment on their body is too heavy. The Wangchuan River cannot carry them. Thus they cannot be reincarnated. Such heavy resentment would a great injustice. Since I cannot reincarnate, where else can I go, my lord? Could you let me return to the mortal realm to see if there is truly someone so identical? The Lord actually let me come back, and even kindly pointed the way for me. I followed the Yellow Springs, walking all the way back, until I saw that familiar door again. And that familiar person. My husband was standing outside the door. His sleeves were covered in snow, his ink-black hair fluttering in the wind, as if he had been waiting for me for a long time. I collapsed in front of the house, exhausted. I am so tired. Husband. The hands that once choked my neck gently stroked my face. Did I scare you? The night I died, he asked me the exact same thing. The painful memory reminded me. It was him who killed me. Lu Chenyan was not annoyed. nearly keeping some distance from me. You came back from the Yellow Springs. You must have seen the Lord of the Underworld. Does he look exactly like me? He would not let you come back for nothing. He must have demanded something from you. Since you have returned, fulfill your promise. The Lord allowed me to return. And indeed, he demanded something in return. He said my husband would have a chess piece on his body. That chess piece is made of Kunshan jade, naturally absorbing worldly essence. Evil spirits devour human souls to take form, ruining my mortal lifespan. Zhou Qingyuan, speak. Since you are not him, just kill me. Husband, you must be joking. You have 1,000 years of cultivation. How could I possibly be your opponent? I am indeed no match for Lu Chengyan. I did not even have time to dodge. Before my wrist was easily grabbed, a talisman slipped out of my hand. With a ripping sound, the talisman ignited. This was given to me by the Lord of the Yellow Springs, a talisman that can force him to reveal his true form. With a loud bang, Zhou Qingyuan, you really are heartless. I am heartless. Husband. Lu Chenyan's mouth suddenly froze. His face darkened and his eyes sank. MNPH. How did things get so bad? You just like that painting. I held the yellow talisman, pressing it against Lu Chenyan's chest. I just need to stick it on him to fulfill the agreement. And then I can go be reincarnated. But I suddenly remembered before meeting Lu Chengyan, the days of not having enough food and not having enough clothes to stay warm. Those bitterly cold days. After marrying Lu Chengyan, had unexpectedly become a distant memory. He treated me extremely well. Even if I just craved the osmanthus cakes from the town, he would still get up in the middle of the night, braving the wind and snow, returning with his face red from the cold. I could not bring myself to do it. I wanted to pull my hand back, but my wrist was grabbed by him. Husband, struck with panic, I cried out involuntarily. I watched as that talisman was stuck onto Lu Chengyan's body. As the bright light dissipated, all that was left before me was only a black chess piece. I held that chess piece. I was stunned for a long time, until someone called me. Raising my eyes, my gaze touched that familiar handsome face. I felt a bit dazed. Those emotionless eyes pulled me back to reality. I promised the Lord. My hand holding the chess piece clenched tightly and shrank back. Seeing this, the Lord did not force me. Keep it well. I sat for a long time. That portrait of a beauty in the room was lying quietly on the desk. I wiped my tears and walked over. My hand trembled as the scroll slowly unrolled, red lips bright and beautiful, charming eyes bewitching. She is indeed a beauty. No wonder she made Lu Qingyan. So obsessed with her, I was completely stunned. My gaze was fixed on the woman's face. That face which was identical to mine. She cannot speak human words, nor will she step out of the painting. But she just smiles faintly, with my face that is more beautiful than the spring light. I thought once my revenge was complete, my resentment would dissipate. But after Lu Qingyan disappeared, I still could not board the boat. I did not want to be a wandering ghost. Fortunately, the Lord was kind-hearted and kept me by his side to grind ink. He has the exact same face as my husband, Lu Qingyan. Those eyes are just as beautifully bewitching. Husband. When he turns his face and gazes at me coldly, do I realize I called the wrong person? I stared blankly. I miss my husband. He stared at me for a long time. Your husband? Isn't he right in your embrace? No, he was referring to the chess piece inside my clothes. I always kept it on me, occasionally taking it out to look. A tiny piece held in my palm, ink-like in color, cool to the touch. But it never turned back into my husband again. My lord. How about you? Smile. My husband loves to smile. But when the Lord smiles, he looks just like him. I am not Lu Qingyan. Strange. I am a ghost. How can I actually dream? In my dream, there was a young master with smiling eyes and ink-black hair. Especially those eyes. As beautiful as ink stones. That was Lu Qingyan's face, but also somewhat different from his. Much more innocent than his, and he seemed to talk a lot more. Say it again. Do you? Brimming with tears. With reddened eyes, he whispered softly, "Do you not want me anymore?" King Yuan, you truly heartless thing. I felt a bit dazed watching that face turn and vanish into thin air. What exactly did I do in my past life? Grinding ink is a relaxing job. Most of the time. The Lord does not need me to do anything. The Lord actually let you stay to grind ink. Strange. Does your husband really look exactly like the Lord? I picked up the beauty painting again, examining it closely. This painting, I always feel like it is familiar. According to the Lord, it is because Lu Qingyan swallowed his mortal lifespan that he took on his appearance. You must be mistaken. The Lord has ruled the Yellow Springs for thousands of years. Where would he get a mortal lifespan? his mortal lifespan. Everyone in our Yellow Springs knows about this. When he underwent his tribulation and returned, his mortal lifespan was already gone, so you just go to sleep. That day, King Yama came to play chess with the Lord. The two of them fought fiercely on the chessboard. When will you take your mortal lifespan back? King Yama pointed at me while I was serving tea. Why do you still keep her around? What does this have to do with me? The Lord ignored King Yama, placed a chess piece down, and slowly spat out 2 words. Before King Yama left, he shot a meaningful glance at me. Hey ha ha ha, I saw King Yama off. When I returned, I took out a black chess piece. Husband, speak. That chess piece. It lay quietly in my palm. With no reaction, perhaps it will never change back. When I returned, the Lord was standing in front of the desk, staring at the black chess piece that had just appeared, lost in his thoughts. When he turned his eyes, I had already walked up to him. Without a sound, he frowned at me. I closely examined his face and kissed him. It is a bit cold. I wiped my lips, giving an objective evaluation. Lu Qingyan, stop pretending. Your kissing technique has gotten worse. Dying and coming back to life every day. Running between the mortal realm and the underworld. It must be very tiring, right? I flipped through your book of life and death. My name is not in there at all. Lu Qingyan, you are not the monster. I am. If you do not answer me, I will go to the ghost market and find a male ghost. I forbid it. You remembered. What if I said I remembered nothing? Would he have continued to pretend I did not intend to forget? I had no choice. Lady Mangpo's soup was simply brewed too thick. I was a spirit born from a chess piece, without name, without a lifespan, and unable to reincarnate. Later, a kind ghost told me, "Good sister, for those of us without lifespans, if you want to live longer, you naturally have to steal a man's essence. The stronger the man, the better." What a helpful sister. I listened and nodded repeatedly. And so I went to the mortal realm. This place was called Huangxi Village, a beautiful and serene land with green hills and clear waters. There was a wealthy household surnamed Lu in the village. The master of the house was a prominent country gentleman known for miles around. That night, I kept that ghost sister's words firmly in mind, traversing through courtyards, searching for a strong and healthy man. But when passing by the window of the Lu family, I could not float any further. There was a young master in brocade clothes, holding a dim yellow lamp, leaning by the window holding a brush, painting the bright moon hanging in the empty sky, and spring flowers on broken branches, all falling gracefully from the tip of his brush. But what was more beautiful than the spring flowers and autumn moon? It really was him. He heard a sound and raised his head. A pair of clear and affectionate eyes fell straight into my heart. I could not hold back. I am a ghost. The evil consequences of lust, I transformed into a wisp of smoke and drifted through the window, pouncing on him. The young master of the Lu family was a famous painter known near and far. Young master,
小公子，
what is so good about painting? Look at me.
我共赴短暂良宵。
He is still a virgin.
还是个雏呢，
Must be very delicious. He really just kept his eyes shut tight.
真是不经斗啊！
The ghost sister once said that with my natural charm,
不天成，
any man would be unable to resist.
把持不住。 出师未捷身先死，
After several nights, I still could not conquer this boy.
简直就是对我鬼魂的羞辱！
Forget it, I won't take advantage of you.
便宜了，
A forced melon is not sweet.
强扭的瓜不甜。
Besides, it's not like you're the only man in the world. I simply stayed by the window to watch him paint.
看他作画，哎，
Even if I couldn't eat him, just taking a few looks was still pleasing to the heart and mind. I am a ghost.
我是鬼，
Are you not afraid?
不怕吗？
I have read about ghosts with green faces and fangs in books, but none like you who strips clothes upon entering. Shameless ghost. I do not know how many springs and autumns pass like this. Who is this?
这是谁？
Miss Liu,
柳家小姐，
a famous beauty in town. Her family asked me to paint a portrait, planning to send her to the palace to participate in the draft. Is she as beautiful as me?
没有，
I have yet to see a woman in this world more beautiful than you. Then draw a portrait for me, let me see
让我看看
how I differ from mortal women.
有什么不同。
That night I went as usual, but did not see him.
却没见到他人
When I finally found him,
时，
he was in the woodshed of the Lu Manor. Before I could ask who tied him up,
是何人将他绑起来的？
demon? Eminent monk, it is this demon that bewitched my son. The Buddhist beads pressed against me, instantly burning with agonizing pain, making me scream miserably. He watched
他看了我，
with bloodshot eyes. I was truly unlucky. A ghost encountering a monk. My soul was about to shatter. Do you still ignore me now? King Yuan,
周清源，对不起，
mortal lifespan.
要怎么给？
Shy Yi, fool.
这样可以吗？
Mortal lifespan isn't given like this.
强迫不是这么给的。
Young Master Liu, a ghost. When the morning sunlight sprinkled down, I was a bit stunned, looking down at my solidified body.
身体
I was no longer afraid of sunlight. Mortal essence truly is a good thing.
果真是个好东西。
I will give you whatever you want.
答应我的，
I will not let you leave. I should go.
我该走了。
I am an incubus.
厌鬼，
Who needs to devour human essence? Only when I have enough can I reincarnate. Is mine not enough? Eating human essence damages lifespan. You are laughing.
多少洋婆，只要你别去寻找其他男子，就是都给你又有何妨？答应我，不许去。
For the first time I realized why everyone said young Master Lu was obsessed with painting.
何止是痴，
Painting obsessed.
简直是疯了。
Then you. I still have to leave. I heard Master Lu arranged a marriage for him
下了门婚事，
with Miss Zhou. That day I secretly went to find him and saw him painting by the window.
会
Is this me?
这是我吗？
Is it beautiful so this is how I look?
好看吗？
原来这是我。
I actually did not know what I look like. Still not as beautiful as you. Are you leaving?
你是不是要走了？
I heard you
听说你要成婚，
are going to marry Miss Zhou.
周家的小姐。
It is a misunderstanding. I only love you.
我不会，
I will not marry her.
我想娶你，不行吗？
好啊，
I will wait for you to marry me.
等你来娶我。
Wait for me.
有情愿。
If I had known what he meant by waiting, I would never have said that.
我绝对不会说出那句话。
That day, he brought a letter refusing the marriage and personally went to apologize to Miss Zhou. Then alone in his room,
途中，
he slit his wrists. When I rushed into the room, young Master Lu was lying weakly on the bed. Qingyan,
周情愿。
don't be in such a hurry to leave. Wait for me. Will you?
不会死的，陆公子，
Your life force is gone. Your life force is gone. Master Lu hired the best doctors,
家谱脚下生风的拉来大夫，
bandaged him, and tried to stop the bleeding. They even brought out treasured ginseng, taking out century-old ginseng to brew soup to save his life.
陆小
Young Master Lu's life was saved, but his soul was completely gone. The eminent monk said you are a spirit born from the essence of heaven and earth.
生出的灵魄，
You have fairy affinity and cannot be killed. Did you really think I didn't know you and my son were meeting?
是吗？
Since you are a spirit,
物缘何要来害他？
why do such a wicked thing?
会做的勾当，
Leave.
你走吧。
Never appear in front of my son again.
钱
I stayed by young Master Lu's side until the 10th year
到了第10年，
and never revealed my true form to him again. After his body recovered,
身体养好以后，
he still sat by that window painting, but never painted anyone else.
再没有画过别人。
Piece after piece, it was always my face.
样貌，
Sometimes he would look out the window
他有时望过窗边，会
and mutter in a low voice,
骗子，
"Why did you not wait for me?" I could not wait for him.
我不会等他的。
He had to live well. A mortal's life is such a precious thing. For those short 20-something years of lifespan, I sacrificed everything. Why should he give it up so easily? I watched him quietly by the window, accompanied him painting, watched the moon with him, and missed the person he loved alongside him. In the 10th year,
第10年，
I could not stay any longer. If I waited any later, I would miss the time for reincarnation. Before leaving, I went to see him one last time. He sat by the window, his brush flowing smoothly like clouds and water. tracing the outline he had etched thousands of times, pouring his soul into it so obsessively, outlining stroke by stroke. This time, he did not tear up the painting again, until he dotted the last touch of vermilion on the woman's lips. Qingyan,
周清月，
I am leaving. So cruel. You are leaving just like this. I just want to go see the mortal world. 20 years? Experiencing human joys and sorrows is enough wait for my return. I will definitely repay his kindness. Stealing mortal essence and absorbing lifespan is inherently an act that damages one's karma. Even if I reincarnate as a human, I am destined to be an untouchable. My life cheaper than grass, lighter than dust. And when my lifespan runs out, I will die in extreme torment, in extreme agony. Suffering endless humiliation, I underestimated that pain.
疼吗？周清月，是不是疼？
疼啊！相公，
Help me. Qingyan, save me. Even the gods cannot save you.
睡吧，睡醒，不痛了。
It is true that I taught you to steal mortal essence. But the Lord, how could you absorb his mortal essence? Who didn't know that scholar was the reincarnation of the Lord? I felt guilty in my heart,
我心中愧疚，
patting her hand to comfort her. Good sister, did he punish you?
罚了，罚我在这数10次。咦，
How many souls did I devour again?
来着？
100,000, and when I was just about to find out.
我正想说君，
But she suddenly turned her head, looking me up and down with concern. Don't talk about me. Sister, how about you?
做了这等事，
Is the Lord going to punish you? She pulled my collar aside. I felt a bit awkward.
这算
Did he punish you? Husband,
相公。
thank you. I make you grind ink, but you just stand there being idle. I am not grinding anymore. Grind it yourself.
不伺候我，我还要他伺候我呢。
So what if you are the Lord? The Lord is also my husband. I leaned over again to look at the official documents he was reviewing. Densely packed with words, making my eyes hurt just looking at them. Compared to this, it seems grinding ink is actually quite relaxing. The Lord wiped his hands clean, picked up that beauty portrait, and examined it closely. It bears quite a resemblance. Is it beautiful, this painting, I mean? Very beautiful. These words were meant for Lu Chengyan to hear back then. When he asked me, I didn't respond to him this time. I have to answer properly. That day you went to the magistrate's manor. What exactly were you doing? Do not use that excuse about curing an illness. Actually, I have always wanted to know whether there really was a demon in this painting. If not, why would the magistrate's son suddenly go mad? To slay a demon, to take back the painting, a painting infused with spirit. The woman in the painting absorbed human essence and transformed into a spirit, bewitching people everywhere. A minor demon with less than a century of cultivation. I eliminated her without any effort. As for this painting, the magistrate dared not keep it. I also had no intention of leaving it with him, so I brought it back home. It is my everything. What you saw later was indeed just an ordinary painting. 1,000 years ago, the Lord and Yama played chess. But in the end, he lost by a single piece. Losing meant giving it to King Yama. That chess piece was thrown into the Yellow Springs, born a wisp of a soul. Because it was a spirit born from an object, it was not recorded in the Book of Life and Death, and could not reincarnate. By some twist of fate, that unwilling soul actually found his reincarnation and stole his mortal essence. On a whim, I went to the mortal realm for a walk. She harbored my mortal essence. So finding her took no effort at all. But at that time, Zhou Qingyuan was truly destitute. Her bone-thin body wrapped in thin clothes. I felt a surge of compassion and transformed into Lu Chengyan. The night I married Zhou Qingyuan, red candles flickered and the warm curtains exuded fragrance. But I knew that even if she drank mango soup and forgot the past, her body harbored my mortal essence. She would become increasingly drawn to me and even develop feelings again. So I came to fulfill that promise to marry her in the next life.